Alright guys, what is up? Sensei SWOLE back with another video. You already know the go. You see the medals behind me. I'm sitting down in front of the camera. Now, what are we talking about today? This is a concept that many of you may or may not have heard of, and it is called a mini cut. So before we actually dive into the video, you know the go. I say it all the time. I really appreciate it. Please drop a like. Please drop a comment. Subscribe if you're new. It really helps the channel. I want to keep doing these videos once or twice a week, but it really makes a difference if you do support the channel. Drop those likes and comments. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Now let's dive into the first part of the video. So what's a mini cut? It's pretty self-explanatory by the name. It is just a mini cut or a shorter cut. So a mini cut is a cutting or shredding kind of phase, and this usually ranges anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks. The reason for this range is if it's less than 3 weeks, it's basically just under eating for 3 weeks, which is not going to have any kind of value. And if it's longer than 6 weeks, it's kind of just turning into a standard cut or shred. So I'm pretty much going to break down why we implement mini cuts and why they're beneficial, and pretty much how it can help in many aspects, but more specifically in an off season, especially where you're trying to maximize your muscle gain. So for myself, I'll be implementing a mini cut very soon because it's 6 months into my off season now. I've gone up from 73 kilos to about 86.5, putting on 13 to 13.5 kilos. And I'm pretty happy with the quality of weight I've put on. We're still maintaining good shape and size and vascularity as well. But the reason why I'm going to be implementing a mini cut is we sort of treat it as a cleanup phase. It serves an important purpose of extending your massing phase, especially in an off season, while minimizing the unwanted body fat or high amounts of unwanted body fat that you may be gaining. So this can be important in 3 ways. The first one can be if you are a competitor and you compete in bodybuilding or physique or anything along those lines. It can help make sure that you're not drifting too far away from your stage physique. The worst thing is you don't want to get too fluffy or get too overweight with unwanted body fat that you have to cut for a massive duration of time to get ready to hit the stage again, going from a 16-week prep into about 24, 26 weeks, which yes, you may be able to get to a stage physique, but you could look tired, you could look stringy, and you may have to go on such a low amount of calories that it's literally torture. The second being that in an off season, as you're eating more and more food, sometimes your appetite can worsen if you're just keeping this caloric surplus extending and extending and extending. So this can kind of help you reset your hunger levels. So it could definitely be difficult in those 3 to 6 weeks, but it can help in the long term after that, because you might start to get your hunger levels rising back up and help you add a bit more weight before you're ready to shred up for a competition, photo shoot, summer, the beach, whatever. Another interesting thing is it can actually help with your insulin sensitivity. So getting a bit leaner, even in between massing phases, can help with that insulin sensitivity and help with gaining size and gaining body weight a bit easier in the long run. So with these 3 things in mind, you're basically trying to chop off as much body fat as you can in these 3 to 6 weeks while maintaining that hard-earned muscle that you have put on in the months or weeks leading up to it. Also, because it is only 3 to 6 weeks, it can help avoid certain things known as metabolic adaptations. I won't get into the spiel of that, but basically that's just when you're dieting for a long time and things can take a blow, such as your insulin sensitivity, your metabolism itself. You can get stunted, and it can kind of make losing weight a lot harder, not to mention chronic fatigue that can come as a result of that as well. So with this, you can set yourself a clean slate and decide to keep going with your off season and just make plenty more gains from there. So I just realized while I was editing, I didn't do a proper sign off for the video. That was a mini cut, guys. So quick and easy explanation, couple of tips, the benefits, and why I'll be doing one soon. I might make a video doing my own mini cut calculations, showing you guys the calories, the macros, so the protein, carbs, and fats, and how I'll be setting up myself for a mini cut. Stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. You know the go. Sensei SWOLE, checking out.